One of the biggest changes coming from elementary school into middle school is that you get a lot more freedom. One of those freedoms is the transition between class to class. You switch classes a lot more in middle school than you ever did in elementary. And you don't have a teacher escorting you from class to class. But with that freedom comes some responsibility. We have many students trying to transition from class to class at once. So we need procedures and rules in place so that everyone can get there safely and efficiently. One of the biggest misconceptions or errors in thinking that many students have is that between classes from bell to bell is a free time to do what you want. As long as you make it to that next class, you're good. That's not true. This is still considered school. Your number one job between bell to bell is to make it to your next class without any issues. That's why we have the 3 rights in the hallway: staying on the right side, going to the right place, and with the right mindset. We'll review those in just a minute. We also know that in the hallways, there should be no cell phones and no Chromebooks out, because again, that takes you away from your number one job, which is to get to your next class. The first thing that you need to know, which kind of sets the tone for this idea that this transition time is not free time, is that your teacher dismisses you from class. The bell does not dismiss you. So when the bell rings, that doesn't mean that you just get up and go. You must wait for your teacher to dismiss you. The teacher will dismiss you by getting to the door and opening it and telling your class that they are good to go to their next class. The first rule of the hallways, the right side rule, is probably the easiest to remember and understand. It's very simply that you are required to walk on the right side of the hallway at all times. So if I'm going this way, I'm on the right side, and if I'm going this way, I would be walking on the right side. It's like a road, so you don't run into each other. Very simple, because if you cross over the middle of the road here, you'd be blocking their traffic and slowing everyone down. The key here is that you must walk on the right side. You have plenty of time to get from class to class if you are following the next rule. The second right of the hallways, the right place rule, is also very easy to understand, that you are going directly to the right place when you leave your class. So if I'm leaving this classroom, going to that classroom, I'm not going to go do a loop around the building or go stop to talk to a teacher down there or go that way because my friend's down there and I've got to give them something. I'm going to go directly to my next class. That is your only job in the hallways, not to do any of those other things, to go directly to your next class. You have plenty of time as long as you go directly there. The third right is having the right mindset. And the right mindset has to do with your mind or brain. What are you setting your mind on? What are your goals for this classroom transition? It should be to get to your next class without any issues. If you're following the first 2 rights, the right side and right place, this one kind of ties it all together. The biggest things to help you be successful in this transition are keeping your hands to yourself, so that means don't be playing around in the hallway, and don't spread gossip or rumors. That kind of stuff leads to drama, which leads to problems. When you get to your next class, you simply go in. However, sometimes you may come to a door where the door is shut and the lights are off. This is a pretty indicator that that teacher is either not there or not ready for you yet. This could be because that teacher is absent and there's a substitute coming. It could be that that teacher is in another room at the time and is on her way. Or it could be that that teacher has a class that's a different grade level, so you've got to wait until their bell rings before they leave and you go in. Either way, if you get to a class and the teacher's not ready for you yet, you simply will form a line on the wall right beside their door, and your class line goes right down the hallway. You'll wait until that teacher is ready or the substitute comes.